Hi, my name is Tanisa, and I'm a guest designer at the Scrappiness.com blog and store, and I'm super excited to share with you my first project. It's this fun shaker card featuring the Cat Scrappiness stitched tree die and the Fawn Frosty Fairy Friends die and stamp. I'm really excited because it gave me a chance to use all these fun little sequins from Kat's store. She has so many wonderful mixes. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you hop on over and take a look. My favorite lately is the snow textured sequins. It's really fun. Today's video is more of a quick tip for you, just to show you how to get texture in a snowy tree, like I did in between all of those layers with the pine branches. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that, but first let me show you the Cat Scrappiness stitch tree die. This die is exclusive to her store and it is absolutely beautiful. So this exclusive die cuts in one pass those 5 pieces that you see, the stitched layering pieces, and it also comes with these ornaments, a candy cane, a bauble, and a bow, and also a star for the top of the tree if you wanted to, and then of course the stitched tree stump. I colored mine with some Zig clean color real brush markers in brown. So here's the 5 pieces all cut out. I love the stitching detail. This is an amazing die. And I'm using the little sprig from the Frosty Fairy Friends stamp set, but if you have something similar, you can of course use that. This just was ideal for my project. I'm using Evergreen Bough Distress ink, but I've also used the Iced Spruce Distress ink you see right here, and that gives a soft, beautiful look. So you can always do that one too. So for the top of the tree, you wouldn't really want to use the green. It kind of would overpower. And so I looked and found a pale gray ink in my stash. This one's from W+9, but any gray ink will work. Although if it's a little bit darker, you might want to like stamp off once and then use 2nd generation or even 3rd generation stamping. Sorry, I'm a little out of frame here, but I just stamp a couple of the sprigs. And you can barely see it. It's just kind of a ghost of the sprig, but I think that it adds a little nice touch. So for the 4 pieces here, I'm gonna do just a 2nd or 3rd generation stamping technique, I guess you'd say. So I ink up my stamp with the distress ink. And then I take the very tip of it and I stamp that down like full strength. And then I walk the stamp downward and I get a lighter impression each time. So it kind of looks like it's progressively getting coated with the snow. And it's a really cool effect. And it gives you no bulk. So you could technically do like this same technique with a 1-layer card, but I think it dresses up this die cut beautifully. So you want to make sure that you get your pine sprigs when you stamp them on the outside. Make sure that they're pointing outward just because that's how it grows. Well, of course, I mean, if you're going for realism, you probably wouldn't be using fairies, but that's beside the point. So yeah, this will get really dark, but you're going to cover a lot of that. So you're really only going to see a little bit of the dark and then the faint little lines. And then I'm going to continue the same thing for the rest of the pieces. So this whole idea came from a card that I wanted to do for my Gram. She got married young, and for their first Christmas, they could only afford a flocked tree, which was a big deal back then, and blue ornaments. And so every year, we always have a flocked tree with blue ornaments. And I think that every one of us has been like, really? Can't we switch it up? But as we look back now and we're older, I really appreciate the tradition and the sentiment that it holds. And we just moved to Washington from California, and I miss my family terribly, especially around this time of year. So this was extra sentimental for me. And it was fun to create. I I like that I could get that added dimension, and I didn't have to do like any special stenciling or use a texture paste, which you can of course do. There's some really fun pastes out there, but I really just wanted to highlight the beautiful dye, and I wanted to play with sequins. And so I wanted that just to kind of like steal the show. So that's all you do, my friends. It's super easy. It's just second and third generation stamping, and you can do this for a wreath. You can do this with so many different things, any kind of snow effect. So to adhere all the layers, I like to use the Tombow Mono Multi. It just grabs a little quicker, dries a little faster. I reserve the Ranger Multi-Medium Matte more for like embellishments and stuff like that. And be careful, because even though the ink is dry, Distress ink reactivates with liquid, and the liquid glue can sometimes smudge the ink. So I'm trying to be really careful. I wasn't so careful when I put the tree trunk on. I got a little bit of brown on the very bottom. You may not be able to see it, but I could tell. And this was just a sample to kind of show you the technique. I was a little bit more careful when I did it for my card. And the last piece. Dun, dun, dun. And then you just adhere the tree trunk on the bottom. Another fun thing that I will show you in just a second is another product that I've only seen Kat carry in her store is these Fabrika Decoru glass drops. Some have glitter, some are gloss, and some are just plain clear. So I got a couple of the glitter ones. I got a blue one, and I got the Northern Lights, which is just the clear with the glitter. And oh my word, these things are beautiful. Now, I love my Nuvo drops, and Kat sells those in her store too. And I like the Ranger enamel accents, but these Fabrika Decoru glass drops, they dry so clear, and they're hard, and they're dimensionally like perfect little dot. So I encourage you to like get your favorite color and play with it. I'm hoping to do like an apples to apples review with all of the new liquid drops that are out on the market, just so you can kind of tell the difference. But they drop really easy too. They're a little bit more liquid or a little bit more fluid, but you can make itty bitty ones. You can make a big, huge, giant one. I really like it. I have to plan on getting more, but they were like sold out in the store. So if you're looking for them, make sure that you sign up for email notification. And that way, when they get back in stock, you'll get an email right away, because they fly out the door just as fast. Well, I hope that this provided a little bit of inspiration and gave you a little quick tip or a reminder if you had done this already. I think it's really fun for our holiday cards, and I'm just really excited to be guesting for Cat Scrappiness this month. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!